Hi all, this is Mrs. Maholchek. The last type of problem we have here is simplifying expressions with exponents. So, again, expressions with exponents, there's a few rules. First we have the multiplying rule. That says if you have two items with the same base, different exponents, multiplying together, you're going to add those exponents. So keep your base, add your exponents. The dividing rule says that if you have two items being divided, same base, you keep your base and you subtract. I'm sorry, that's supposed to be an N. Keep your base and subtract your exponents. And in the power to a power rule, we're not going to use in this example, but that's if you have an exponent taken to another power, you multiply them. So here we're going to use mostly the dividing rule here, and also it's the negative. We haven't talked about this one yet, but the negative exponent rule. So when you have a negative exponent, say a to the negative n, whenever you have a negative exponent, you're going to flip it over itself, not the whole fraction, over itself. So if you had something on the bottom, that doesn't go to the top. All you're doing is you're moving a to the negative n to the bottom so that it becomes positive. So it becomes 1 over a to the positive n. So we're going to talk about that in this problem. So if we're given this example, simplify a squared times b to the negative third times c to the 0 power divided by a to the fourth times b to the negative 7. So what we're going to do is first combine like terms. So we're going to combine everything that can be combined. So here our a's have the same base, so we can combine these. Our b's also have the same base, so we can also combine these. So as long as they have the same base, you can combine them. Remember, when they're dividing, that's what this bar is. When it's dividing, you're going to subtract your exponents. So you take a squared, so the top, divided by a to the fourth, and we're going to multiply that by b to the negative 3 over b to the negative 7, and we're going to multiply that by c to the 0. C has nothing to combine with. So remember, when you have a squared divided by a to the fourth, because they're dividing, you're going to subtract your exponent. So keep the base, subtract the exponents. The numerator exponent always goes first. Then we're going to take b to the negative 3 minus, because we're subtracting, it's going to be minus a negative 7. And then finally we have c to the 0 power at the end. So let's simplify this. A to the 2 minus 4, well, 2 minus 4 is negative 2, so it's a to the negative 2 times negative 3 minus a negative 7. Whenever you're subtracting a negative number, it actually turns positive, so it's a big plus sign. So it's negative 3 plus 7, which is b to the 4th power, times c to the 0. Anything to the 0 power is just 1, so it's just 1. So we have a to the negative 2 times b to the 4th times 1. Well, the 1's not going to do much. A to the negative 2. Remember, when you have a negative exponent, you're going to flip it over 1. So we're going to flip that, so it's going to become 1 over a squared. Your exponent becomes positive, times b to the 4th power times 1 won't do much. So we just leave it like that. Then we can multiply these together. So this is, anything by itself is always over 1. You multiply straight across. So you get b to the 4th over a squared, and this is the most simplified version of our beginning problem. So remember, you want to use those rules of exponents. Use those rules of exponents when combining like terms, when combining exponents. When you're dividing, you subtract. When you have a negative exponent, you flip it over 1, and it becomes positive. If you have any questions, let me know. Please write your note card so you can use it on your retake.